Jason McCracken. They call him the Kraken out.
Yeah.
You know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is when I get up here, baby. We had a list of like the top income earners, and he's like third. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. There you go. What do you say? Who said it? Release the Kraken. All right. What up, y'all? Y'all good? Yeah. Y'all tired of hearing this clown, aren't y'all? Here's somebody else. Get this guy out of here. Let me change it up a little bit. I'll be back. He'll be back. You know he always gonna come back. So what's up, y'all? Y'all good? Yeah. All right. Good. So it's always a pleasure, get in front of people. The way I get at it, I'm a little different. I'm a little rapid fire. I'm a little excited, But I'm gonna sit down and relax a little bit for now. But I'm gonna get to y'all, right? So, as Joe was saying, this business is definitely challenging for everybody. I don't care who you are, where you started at, it doesn't matter. The great thing is that we do have the community here and different people. So when you walk in a room like this, some people might be challenged by it. I know when I used to walk in, I was like, wow, this is a little scary for me, because it wasn't even about being shy. It's just being around different people that I really didn't know like that. If I was with a bunch of my people's friends like that, of course you could connect right away. But seeing different faces and different people, it's like, wow, this is different. But at the same time, it can be very rewarding, right? Because once you start putting yourself around like-minded people who think the same way you do, you start to be like, wow, you just get some type of bond with those people. And that's what happened. So as I started coming around and seeing the people, I just started just naturally bonding, because it's always great. And you have people of different ages. My man right here, you said you were what? 18, 17, that's crazy to me.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I'm 45. But seeing a young guy like him coming in, he's just eager, and and you're an older guy, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And again, so you could now connect like that. Like, where would I have met, where would I have met half the people?
Right.
So what we kind of learned is that, as you start continuing in life, you gotta expand your network. Because I know I had a bunch of friends that I've hung out with for a long time and all that. But I'm not saying dead them and put them to the side. But you come to the point where you realize you gotta start expanding and meeting new people to get different ideas. So this is a little about me. As you see, I did go to Stony Brook. I have a master's degree in math statistics. I worked in corporate America like 20 plus years. So I was a data analyst. So what I used to do is I used to check computer programs, right? And I was all into logic and mathematics. It's crazy. So I got paid, and so money for me. So that's why I said I got the extreme combo. I really wasn't chasing money, because I used to make good money in corporate America. You know what I mean? So that's what enabled. So I was able to get the extreme combo. Did I have the 20 grand like that? No, but I had great credit, so I leveraged my credit, and then they worked out a plan for me to make it happen. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So there's different financing, there's funding options available, things like that. So I had the extreme combo, and I was only paying $200 a month for it, because I went and got myself a credit card. So again, my credit was good, and I started learning how to leverage it to work for me. Because before I used to be like, yo, look, my credit score, 740. And it was like, you want to put it on the mantle. But if you're not doing nothing with it, who cares? So what? Your credit score is high. So what if you're not using it? So I started to have to learn how to use the credit and then make it work for me, right? So again, my job was cool. I no commute. My dress code. So this is how I pretty much used to dress to go to work in corporate America. So for me to be dressed up in a suit and stuff, that's different for me. I never rock like that. Not to say anything's wrong with that. That just wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? So for me to come now, get out of, keep that going and still be able to dress the way I want to dress, for me that's good. I like to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But there's some days I'll throw it on, don't get me wrong, there's a time and place for everything. So with all this going on, most people always ask this question: why the heck would you have made a change? Like, you were good, right? But I was good compared to who? You understand? So that's what I would tell myself. I was like, yeah, I'm good, but if I compare myself to someone, not that you should be comparing yourself, but when I say compare myself, I mean like mentally, as far as what type of lifestyle do you really want to live, right? So I wanted to be in a position to live differently as a person. Does anybody in the room know what status stands for? Status? Anybody? Come on, some of you guys who part of the group already gotta know what this means. No? Still too arrogant to understand success. Still too arrogant to understand success. That was me in corporate America for a while. Like, so I had the nice job and all that, and then you sometimes think about it, you start speaking to like doctors and lawyers and stuff like that, they're like, you know, they think they're so, you know, above you. You know what I mean? Why? They're stuck in their status. Basically, the comfort zone. They're comfortable where they're at. So I was okay, but things started happening, right? So I'm be honest with you guys. So as I was working for a while, they started doing layoffs. Anybody been laid off before? You know what I'm saying? So thank God I did not get laid off, but they literally laid off my entire department. Like my director, manager, everybody got laid off. They kept me. You guys know why?
You were the one who was producing.
I have no freaking idea. Straight up, I have no idea. I was no better than anybody else. I just was lucky. You know what I mean? Blessed. So most people be like, well, yo, that happened, you should be good now. And I was like, no, that's the writing on the wall. It's time to do something. I gotta do something. Because I'm there 20 years, but me going out trying to push resumes to somebody else again, that wasn't happening. That wasn't on my radar. I'm not trying to go get no another job. Be honest with you, I don't even know how to sit through no damn interview. You just, like, once you stop doing that, like, it wasn't even on my mind. So I was like, you know what? And that's why I started talking to Joe. I was like, yo, Joe, I kept saying it. My thing was, yo, I gotta do something. And I was telling him that for almost a year, right? And that's something you also have to realize with people, like, their time has to come when they internally realize they have to do something. We get pushed against the wall sometimes. You're back against the wall. You're like, I gotta come out fighting now. But sometimes people like the pain, the threshold of pain hasn't reached a high enough level to do something different. You know what I mean? So for me, it was more time freedom. I needed time. I wanted, and then like the girl who said, she's like, oh, I don't want to be a nurse and having to be there on certain days. I didn't want that for myself. I wanted to wake up when I want to wake up and do what I want to do. So thank God today I don't work in corporate America anymore. So I left my job August of 2018 to do this full time. So the reason I tell you that is because my pain to get the time freedom pushed me to do something different. And a lot of people keep saying, yeah, I'm gonna do something. They don't do nothing. 2020, new year, new me. And then by the end of this month, they went back right to the same old person that they were before, right? So no one else can do that. You have to look in that accountability mirror at yourself and be like, yo, am I really gonna take some action and do something and then follow an opportunity that you feel is gonna get you where you wanna go? So I'm no better than anybody in this room. It's just, I just took action. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So let's go a little bit more with this. Uh-oh, this thing ain't working again. Here we go. Yeah, hit. We do it that way, that's cool.
It froze, the whole thing.
Maybe try the mouse. There we go. Alright. So, why did I choose Red Honest as my vehicle to get me the freedom I wanted? I'll tell you why. Hit it. Other way. You guys gonna love this slide, I can assure you. Hit it. Y'all know who that is? Yeah. So remember Joe talked about before, he talked about it could have been a bottle? That's Joe Styles. That's me. You understand? This is what we did. You talk about buying up the club and being in the VIP, this was us. So that's how I've known Joe. I know Joe from being in the club. That's what we talked about real estate. For us, real estate was the best bottle sections, the VIP section in the club. Real talk. Like, sorry. Yeah, right there. Don't wait, that's right. Yo, you see me at the top? So you saw me? This is the proof so that I don't want people to think, oh, they just talking, they be here in front of people. Just nah, this is real. I've known that man for a long time. That's my guy. But this is what we used to do. Like, we be in the club, buying that. Look, everybody got a bottle. bottle, bottle, bottle. You know what I'm saying? This is what we used to do. But it came to a point where, yo, this isn't it. I was spending so much money all the time. Like I said, I made money, but I was blowing it on liabilities. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. And then even we talk about, oh, when you start spending money, you want to talk to somebody, right? Well, I guarantee you, we spoke to the person who was getting us that section before we spent the money. Absolutely. You understand? We was buying sections 2,000, 3,000, and we actually bought 2 sections this time. That's why it was so big that night. That was Joe's birthday. I think that was Joe's birthday party that night. You know what I'm saying? But you still have to talk. Like, you got to get out there and put it. So hit it again. So we want to talk about is this right here. Because that's what he wanted me to talk about. He said, yo, Jason, talk to them about what was your fastest way to make money in this business. And for me, it totally was not doing no deals. Absolutely not. I'll be the first to tell you. I made money the fastest right here. Earn while you learn. Right? Because I was like, when I got started, I saw this and I was like, MLM. I don't want that. I don't want to be a part of it. Go ahead.
What is MLM?
Multi-level marketing. Right? So MLM is like an Amway. You heard of Amway before? Or Mary Kay. Earl. There's so many of them out there now. There you go. But they're not bad. I'm not downing them. It was just straight sales, and from where I came from, I didn't want no parts of it. You know what I'm saying? I was never into sales or anything, so I was like, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So when Joe first showed me this whole thing, that's the first thing that popped in my mind, MLM. And that's why it took me a year to even pursue this, because I was like, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I said, I just want to do real estate. And then even when I started, I was like, yo, I just want to do real estate. I don't care about that marketing thing, blah, blah, blah. So when I got started, they were like, yo, but you should want to do it. I said, you don't hear, because I was making money. Here, take the little $120, $200 for the thing, stupid marketing. Here, take the money, whatever. I don't care. It didn't really bother me. I spent $200 going out to eat dinner some night. So whatever. Here you go, just to shut them up. And you just speak to Hugh Zaretsky, he'll tell you the same thing. I was like, hey, take the 200, man, leave me alone. And he knew. I was just saying that, yeah, whatever, just whatever, I don't care. So then, that's what I said, the marketing side, the independent contractor marketer. Now, what made me start doing this, right? Hit it, this is why. Because I started to realize I knew nothing about real estate when I first got started. I didn't even know, I knew nothing, like fresh out, I don't know. So that kind of, when you talk about hit those walls, I hit the wall right away. Because I was like, okay, you came from corporate America, getting paid every other week, now this. What the heck did I know about some damn real estate? So then I started, Joe was like, yo bro, I just made some money. I was like, from what? Yo, the marketing side. I said, what? How? And if y'all don't know Joe, Joe's probably one of the laziest dudes I've known in my life. And I'm like, he made money. Nah, ain't no way. Nah, Joe made money, I'm gonna make money. So it was, for me, it was a competition thing. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm the type of dude, yo, like you show me something, and then it starts to make sense, and if I think I can do it better than you, forget about it, I'm smoking. I'm smoking. So I said, you know what? I realized I could lose money real fast, like, you know, doing a real estate deal because of the fact I didn't know what the heck I was doing. However, if I do the marketing side, I got less overhead. Like all I gotta do is just kind of change my mindset, change who I talk to, change how I present myself. I can start making money twice a week. They pay you every Tuesday and every Friday. So you get paid 8 times in 1 month.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Never heard that before.
Yeah. Right? And 50%, where else, even if you get into sales, where you going within sales where they paying you up to 50%?
Nobody.
I've never heard of it.
Affiliate marketing.
50%?
Not 50%.
Especially high ticket items.
I ain't seen no one get 50% anywhere. So if you know it, cool. But I had never seen it before. So I said, you know what? I want it. So hit it. So let's talk about credibility, right? So this kind of gives me some type of credibility within the business. So this is the whole Renatus as a whole. I made their top 10 list of bringing, one week I had like 18 guests at a meeting.
One meeting?
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying?
Signed up? I'm just kidding.
Killing it, huh?
How many signed up out of those 18?
I don't even remember. So I'm the type of dude, I don't look at that because it throws me off. Because then I'll start thinking, oh, I had all those people there, and let's say not no one did anything. That'll stifle me. So I said, I don't care about that. I just go.
Yeah.
I put them, I think of it like this. It's a conveyor belt. I pick up the person, put them on the conveyor belt, keep going. You, boom, put you on the conveyor belt, go. I just let them keep going through the process. I don't try to figure out numbers. Some people like numbers.
It's like a funnel.
That's it. For me, it's just a funnel. And I'm just putting people in the funnel, let them keep going. Some going to fall out, that's okay. I got more coming in.
Right.
You understand? So that kind of shows that. Hit it again. So this we also talked about. Right? So you guys got some good people you're around. So this was on the whole best team within the New York, and actually we got Hawaii. I was number 3 on the income.
That's great.
Now Carlos, oh he just left. Well, Carlos is here and he just beat me. But last year I was number 2, right? And then there you got Joe. So you got some of the top 5 people, you know what I'm saying, to surround yourself with that can help you. So this is just giving you guys some credibility of who's, you know, in front of the room, who's talking. And then here, Newton, don't sleep on Newton. He's gonna tell you his story too. But this month alone, tell him the number you about to make this month.
It's gonna be $9,400.
There you go. He about to do a $10,000 month himself this year. And he just got 5-star qualified.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Great.
You understand? So you can make the money. He's gonna tell, I ain't gonna steal his thunder, but I'm just showing you, giving you guys hope and showing you how real it is. Does that make sense?
Yeah. He made that 9,000 from the marketing or from real estate?
We're talking marketing. This meeting is strictly marketing.
Oh, all right,
Marketing. We said earn while you learn, independent contract. We talking about marketing. We're not talking about real estate right now. All right. So this guy, anybody know Art Williams? Yeah. If you don't know this guy, I say write it down. Listen to his talk. He's got a great motivational speech. Art Williams. He was actually a head of a football team. He was a coach. He became a billionaire in the insurance, life insurance industry.
He wasn't for America.
Yes, years ago. Years ago, made billions. Listen to his talk. He's a problem. But this was actually the motto for the New York, and the whole thing for New York. They said, just do it, then do it, and do it, because that's what Art talks about. Just do it. Make it up. No excuses. You make up excuses, fine. Just do it. You got this? No problem. Just do it. All right, so you got to get in that mentality. Do it, do it, do it. Hit it. So, this is what I want. Not yet, bro. This is what I want to talk about. All right? We have to practice, possess, and promote powerful principles. 5 P's. 5 P's. That's what I'm going to get into for y'all right now. So, give me another one. Hit it. Prioritization. Right? You got to prioritize. If you want to start making money the way you want to make it, you have to keep the distractions away. You got to be in control of your own time. You have to prioritize what's right for you. Prevalent. So you got to know to yourself, hey, I'm going to prevail no matter what. No one's stopping me. Nothing's getting in my way. I'm going to win. You hit that wall, boom, you get back up. Win. Hit it again. Persistence. Right? Oh, we all know. And you were saying some of the P's earlier. You was like, you gotta have passion. Right. Hit it again. You got passion. We was talking about persuade, right? All these things, all the profit you was talking about. All these words start with the letter P, but it's the power in those words. Does that make sense? You have to put this stuff together if you really feel that you're gonna make it happen. And then the last one, production, like massive action. Massive action. You gotta produce. No matter what happens, you hit those walls, hit whatever it is, you get back up, be persistent, be consistent, and keep pushing forward. Everybody cool with that? Are y'all winners in this room?
Yeah, bro.
I'm telling you, anybody that I talk to, man, you not stopping. Like, I be on people's butt. Like, listen, what you do today? It's game time. We gotta go.
Yeah, this is real.
You understand? Like, this is definitely real. You understand? Hit it. So, let's talk about the powerful principles. You know what the 5 P's, what it really stands for?
Proper preparation. Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
My man. My man. Yes, sir. He's on it. He's on it, definitely. So hit it again. So this is what I want to talk about real quick, right? More 5 P's for you. Prepare, right? That's what we kind of do here when we have our sessions in the room. We want to prepare for the game. Game time is out there when you're out there, fighting in the field, getting properties and things like that, or with the marketing side of the business. Either one, You in the jungle. That's what we call it. That's what me and Joe will be like, I got to go back in the jungle. Because you're dealing with them people out there. People are a problem. I can assure you. You know what I'm saying? But you got to prepare. So that's what we do here. We call this game. You got to take initiative and accept whatever you're hearing. So this is a coaching session. We're in the sparring, right? But listen to people. Like, be open. Take advice from other people, all right? And then practice the steps, right? You have to apply whatever it is. So knowledge is cool, but we all know applied knowledge is really the most powerful. Does that make sense? Yeah. So you got to use your time also on the side and start applying that knowledge that you received during those coaching sessions, because we can't be there to baby you all the time, right? You got to take some type of action and say, you know what, I want to really do this, and put it to action and make it work. And then presume that you will fail. I could assure you in the beginning, you're gonna suck. I sucked when I started. It's all right. Embrace the suck, right? Because the only way you get better is to keep doing it, going forward. So say, hey, I'm gonna fail forward. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And then again, there it is. Predict the positive progress. Repetition always creates better results. Repeat, 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 and then you get better. You know how you think, Michael Jordan got so good? Practice, always. You know, some people like LeBron, that's cool, same deal. They're always shooting, always taking their free throws, whatever it is, they always practicing and getting in the game early. So you have some guys who just show up here and there, and then you got a guy like him, he's there early and late. That's a person who's really dedicated to make some type of change and be number one. And then when it's game time, play, man. Go hard or go home. That's my mindset all day. So you show me something, I'm like, you know what? Got it, let's go. Does that make sense? Hit it. So the basic 5 P's of business. Anybody know what they are? No? Hit it. So these are the 5 P's, right? 5 P's of any business out there. So the reason why we say the marketing side kind of helps you, and this is what kind of Joe alluded to, I'm going to explain it to you, right? So if you have a person, a prospect, even could be one of your peers, right? What you could do is show them this. So if everything have a product, let's start with the product, right? So we know what the product is here. Real estate investing education. That's your product. So any business, for this business, you don't have to create that. So you talk about little kids, whatever, making these $1 million creations, blah, blah, blah. We're here, we save you that. You know what? Save your brain, save your knowledge, save your power. Just realize this is the product. Real estate investing education. Good with that? Number 2, the process. We already have the process down. The conveyor belt is already fully functional. We know it works. People have been getting started and getting the education all the time. So the process is what it is. You start, there's the introduction, right? The next one is you got the follow-up. And then we have little stuff in between. We got property tours. You know what I'm saying? We've got success webinars. You know, we've got online systems. You can send them a video to watch it. You can send a QA thing on the video. We've got the CRP. So you could throw all of these things in there, different variations of the process, depending on where the prospect wants to go. Does that make sense? So the process is foolproof. We already know that, right? Then persuasion. So with persuasion, think about it. So most people say, oh, I'm scared to tell somebody about the marketing side. Well, think about it. You don't do anything. All you got to do is tell them. So you're here. You're the people. So we got the people. And like Joe said, to grow any business, you need people. Well, fine. You help. You bring the people. We already got the product. We already got the process. I'll do the persuasion. Send them to Hicksville. You ain't got to do that hour-long introduction. I'll do it for you. Thank me later. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with here. People are here. You're not talking. So you can be sitting right next to your guest right then and there, and you got somebody in front of the room, whether it's Joe, whether it's me. You can send them to Hugh in the city. You can send them to the online training. You're not talking. It's already handled for you. So the persuasion's out of your hand. You don't got to worry. Oh, I don't know what to say. Great. Bring them here. We'll talk for you. Oh, you don't know what to say. Great. Send them the video. The video talk for you. You understand? Making it so easy for you, right? We already said we're the people. Expansion of the people is your help. help expand the business. And then the last one, payment or your profit. Any business works that way, right? So you get somebody here, we do all the other stuff, and then fine, you still get paid. And you can send a guest that's not even part of, our team, or you can send someone across the country, another state. It doesn't matter. You just signed up somewhere where? In Missouri?
Kirkwood, Missouri.
Missouri.
I've never been there before.
Never been there in his life. Did you ever meet the guy, see him face to face?
Never.
No.
How did you get your link?
Eventbrite.
I created an Eventbrite. I didn't even know what Eventbrite was until I came and they showed me what it is.
And you put your link in the ad?
I'll explain it. I'm going to show it to you when I present. I'm going to show you.
Yeah, so that's how you make sure that you get paid, because everybody has a unique identifier code.
Right.
So to make sure that, okay, that was your guest, he's linked to you,
Right.
you get paid. You understand? All you gotta do is register for the event, you will get paid. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's great about it. So that's where the protection comes into play, where, okay, make sure each individual makes their own money. Does that make sense? Cool, hit it again. So, this is what we have to do. We got to persistently profess and proclaim these principles to people. If you really want to grow your business, make some money on the side, but to earn while you learn, persistently do this. It makes it so much easier for you to make money. Well, where's your overhead? Just talking to somebody? Or where's your overhead on a real estate deal? It's a different story, right? This is way easier. So that's why I say it's way easier to make money on this side of the business than to do a real estate deal. And so much faster, just as long as you get out of your comfort zone and just talk to somebody. All right, hit it again. So I'm going to talk about this. This was my first day out with Joe, right? First day, January 2016, 4 years ago. The reason I like to show this thing is because of the way I look in this picture. And when I say that, I mean, going out and putting out roadside signs was something that was just it floored me, like totally threw me out of my comfort zone. And you guys ever been put on roadside signs before? You guys have?
Yeah.
How do you feel doing it?
I loved it.
You loved it?
Put it up on the pole.
I freaking hated it! I hated it! Bro, see you, so God bless you for the way you think. Me coming from corporate America? What the hell I look like walking around at night with putting up a goddamn, bro.
Yeah.
Nah. Yo, my neighbors might see me outside putting up some damn road signs. Are you kidding? Me? Jason, the big time chief analyst? Nah, man. It was, Joe, this killed me. So I have on shades, but where's the sun? Where's the sunshine? Yo, where's the sunshine in that picture? But where's the sun? It was a cloudy day, bro. I put on shades because I didn't want to be seen. Yo. And then and I only took off the hood to take the picture. I would put on the hood, like, I was mad embarrassed. Yo, I'm just giving y'all the real me, man. Like this, no, this is a fact. Like I was so embarrassed to be outside putting up some roadside signs. I couldn't. Joe's like, yo, come on, get out the car. And he didn't care. He was like you. Joe was like you. He's like, yo, come on, let's go, let's go. I was like, yo, really? Like,
I used to put that on the back of my truck, a bunch of signs, and hammer.
Today, I'm good like that. But when I first started then, nah, man. So, this is what I realized though. Unusual actions creates unusual income. You understand? So once I started understanding that, everybody I knew was thinking the way I was thinking. But the people who making money thinking, dude, wait, what's happening?
Sorry. That's some good stuff.
So I realized I gotta change my mindset. I'm thinking like a straight W-2 employee, trained and stuck in my own ways. Totally fixed mindset, right? I gotta switch to growth mindset. If I gotta get different money, I have to be a different person. Because if you keep trying to think you're gonna get money the way you think right now, it's not happening. Not happening. We gotta start thinking differently, right? So, hit it again. So this was the numbers that I kind of just put in my head as a minimum. I'll put out minimum 20 signs weekly. and didn't expect any good results, so I put out at least 100 signs, right? Now, some people say, you know what, I'm just gonna put out the 100 signs, and if I don't get a call or I don't get a sale, I'm quitting. That's how, and it was crazy, because I was having, who was that? I can't remember who I was talking to. Oh man, it might have been Randy. Randy, if you're online, I'm sorry to blow you up, but I'm blowing you up. So it might have been Randy. Randy's like, yo, well, I'm only getting 100 signs, and if I don't just get something by then, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Me and Joe turned around, looked at us, and said,
You keep doing it.
might want to change that
What
mindset.
else can you do?
Keep going.
You have to.
You put out 100, you don't get no signs, that means you might need to put out 200. See, me, I realized once people, I seen people make money, I saw people coming in, I knew, that's why I don't keep stats and all of that, of how many, I have no idea how many, I probably got thousands of signs out there today. I have no idea. Some people like to pinpoint and track where they at. I have no idea. I don't care. If I see a sign got to go up, I'm putting a sign there. Sign, 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 sign. And I'm keep putting them out forever. There's no limitations or anything
That's what,
of what it is.
Your marketing strategy.
Marketing.
One of them. Anyway.
One of them.
Right.
Right. So I got Eventbrite.
Right.
You know, I got meetups.
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth. All of that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's no numbers. So don't let the numbers think that, okay, that's all he's going to do and that's it. No. Keep going. If I run out of a box of 100, I guarantee you I'm putting out another 100. Going to order another. It don't stop.
Those signs are what they call it?
Corrugated.
Corrugated.
Yeah,
right,
we'll get to that. Hit it.
Right.
Perfect question. There you go. That's your answer.
Right.
So I want to give you guys something that you can take home that may work for you, but these signs right now have been working for me. So I'm giving y'all my real stuff that I put out in the streets today. Financial freedom. How to invest in fix and flip homes, rentals, cash flow, and you always have to have a call to action. Call or text this number. Right? The other one. Make more money. Do real estate with local investors, fix and flip homes, learn how to cash flow, and then your call to action. This is where I get them from. Now you might be able to find some other places that have them maybe a little cheaper. I like dirtcheapsigns.com because of their work, like the integrity, like the way they put the stuff together is solid. Like I like their work. I had this other dude that I had out here in Nassau do some signs for me. The signs was a little flimsy. He had issues, like some of them a little crooked. They were sticking together. Didn't like that. Wasn't professional.
Let me ask you something.
Shoot, hold on.
Do we have to enroll in the classes before we start marketing?
Great question. No, you do not. You do not. So you can definitely be an independent contractor marketer on the side without having an education. Only thing is you're going to have a huge challenge. You know why? You know why? Tell them why. Tell everyone why.
Because they don't see that you're in it. It's like, all right.
Credibility.
Credibility.
Yes.
Credibility. Absolutely.
I need this to pay for my classes.
You might have to talk to whoever invited you for a different perspective. You know what I mean? Because that's going to be a huge challenge. And at the end of the day, even if it's somebody you know, they're going to turn to you like, okay, well, what did you get? And you're like, nah, I just did the ICM to basically get you to pay for it so I can pay for my classes. And they're like, you know what, that's a great idea. I'm going to do what you did.
Oh, right.
I'm going to do the ICM too, and I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? So it's a tough challenge. It's a tough challenge. You got to invest in yourself first before somebody else.
I'm just curious. You give the guy you give dirtcheapsigns.com the order.
Yes.
How long does it turn around?
Oh, great question. So typically it takes about two to 3 weeks, something like that. Yeah, and they do charge. So for 100 signs, they're usually about $200. That's the shipping and stuff included. So they're usually like $1.65 per sign, and then like $40 for shipping. No, it's not bad at all.
Right.
And then you can do smaller ones. So these are the big ones.
Depends on the size.
Yeah, it depends where you're at. So for me, I live in Long Island, right? So for me, I have to put up the bigger ones because the streets are wider. But if you're here in Queens, Brooklyn, stuff like that, you can get the smaller ones, the 12 by 18s, and they work work
So
wonders.
you
They're fine.
use those ground stakes, or
No,
you put them on the...
I personally don't, because people tend to just take them.
Yeah, the
I throw them up on the
yeah,
pole.
They ain't going
I get them up there and I get them nice and high.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they usually last a little
Yeah,
long.
yeah.
But then, you know, you could do the stakes too, you know, on busy areas, so that kind of works too. Okay. So, what I did want to give you guys is a script, because what's going to happen is you're going to put those signs out there, right? Then people are going to call you. Now that was definitely a huge surprise to me, because I had no clue that people call roadside signs.
Definitely cool.
That's how I joined Herbalife.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, but again, you gotta look at like where I came from. My background is straight corporate America. I didn't even look at no damn roadside sign. To me, they never existed. I never looked at a roadside sign until I started in this business. I never even, and even I saw one, I would just look at it like, that's stupid, and just keep driving. Like, who's really gonna call that? But again, that was my mind back. You just gotta understand where, you know, where I came from. You know what I'm saying? So here's a little nice script, 2 different ones. Both of them work very well. Now, don't get me wrong, you can change it up a little bit, because you kind of want to be a little short and precise when you're leaving this stuff, because, you know, think about it from your perspective. If you were to call this thing and you hear all of that, you'd probably be like, I don't feel like leaving a message. And you hang up. Yo, let's keep it 100. You'll probably hang up. Some people might listen to it all. So for me personally, I just took a little bit and kind of try to keep it short and concise. But it's a good, you know, good way to start, you know, kind of to get your brain thinking about some stuff. Go ahead.
What about voice drops? You know, like if someone, you know, you look at your cell phone and you got a text, but you didn't hear the beep, because it's called a voice drop.
Service.
Yeah, it's called a voice.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you could listen. You can get creative.
Everybody
you could
looks at the
agreed. So you could do whatever. So what I do, if someone calls it and don't leave a message, I'll just shoot them a text.
Right.
Hey, sorry we
Right.
missed your phone call earlier.
That's right.
Are you still really interested in real estate investing?
Absolutely.
No problem.
Mm-hmm.
So here's some more 5 P's for you. So here's the keys to the conversation, right? Number 1, you want to plot. And when I say plot, I say, you know, create intrigue. Because if somebody's calling you, you want to give them enough information to make them get into the process.
They're interested. That's why they call you.
But some people try to be superstars and talk too much. Does that make sense?
You mean as far as me trying to get you in, or the person who called me?
Both. So when people call, I typically don't answer my phone. I let them leave a message, right? And that shows more interest, because if they actually left a message, then okay, they should. Usually people call and hang up typically. Now don't get me wrong, again, everyone's different, there's always a chance, but I personally feel from what I've seen, the higher probability of people really serious about doing something are the people who do leave a voice message, all right? But so then you want to be, you know, peculiar as far as being a unique. You got to be you. So you see, I'm more like interactive, I'm all in you, like, yo, what's good? Like, Joe is like laid back and calm, but that's his persona. You got to be unique to you, what works for you. So what it is not really how you be about it, but just like kind of giving your variation of yourself. But be authentic, be unique, because people can see through fake stuff, just like you. And you always want to put yourself in that person's shoes. If they were talking to you, would you believe them? Right. Especially if they're calling you from a roadside sign. You call some random roadside sign, you get somebody on the phone who starts stuttering, what are you going to do? You out. You understand? So you got to have some type of passion too. You got to be a little bit excited about what you're talking about. And that's the word you use, passion. Right?
Yeah.
But then that's why I say plain. And we call it KISS. Keep it stupidly simple. Right? So that's why I say when you're having that first initial phone call, give them a little bit of information, then push them through the process. Get them on the phone with somebody. And then persuasion, you know, speak with conviction and confidence. So this is what you want to do. You want to provoke people, providing promising plans. All right? Hit it. Go. So this is something basic, right? When you're getting on the phone with people, start the call, be properly, be very personable, right? Keep the conversation punctual and precise. End the conversation being polite and to the point. Hit it. And this is what's very, very important, right? You gotta provide some type of proof to perceive the person is privileged to want to proceed. And what I mean by that is, you don't want somebody just basically trying to take control of the conversation, acting like, you know, they know it all. You want to make the person feel like, oh wow, you're giving me information, and it's a privilege for you to allow them to have the information. And now that takes a little time, you know, and what we call the word is posture. It takes some time to develop that, but if you do that, I guarantee you over time, the money will start falling right in front of your hands real fast. But that takes time. So again, like I said, if you're beginning people, because I know there's a lot of beginners in the room, you're gonna suck. Embrace it, as I said earlier. It's okay, all right? So now, this is the script that I typically give to people who are beginners. So I see there's a lot of new people in the room. I usually give this script to my people who, you know, they put their roadside sign out there, they put their own phone numbers on there. But when the people call, I have them say this, right? And what this will basically do, will basically have them book the person to speak to me. And then when the person speaks to me, I want that person on the phone too. So basically like a three-way call, right? And we could all just listen together. And then that will help the person, yes, train them. To help them to start to get the mindset, get to understand how to handle those calls on their own. So I usually don't like people beginning, who just got started, to handle the phone calls right away. I want them to get comfortable first. And when I try to just throw you into something that you know what I mean, not really good at, I want you to be comfortable before you say, you know what, I want to give it a shot, let me do it on my own. Cool, do it. But in the beginning, just listen, take notes, get some training, that's what it's all about. All right? Now, here's another phone script. Now this one is a little bit more advanced, right? So I usually give this to people when they feel, once they're doing the booking properly, they're getting that down, and they say, oh, I want to go to the next level, I want a little bit more. Now, what time frame that happens, it doesn't matter. It depends on you as an individual when you want to take that next step. Again, we're not here to push people to make them do something. We want to get you outside of your comfort zone, but at the same time, we don't want to make you hit that wall so hard that you fall and don't want to get back up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we want to push you down a little bit. Now I do throw a little rebuttals in there, so I don't want to go through it because I know Newton's got to get up here. But I have to take a screenshot. You know, you take that.
You wrote the copy yourself?
What?
The copy.
Yeah.
I like the way you put, and also help qualify individuals, because that's very important.
Yeah.
Because if they're not qualified,
what are we doing? So that's
wasting
why.
time.
So that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Perceiving a privilege
Yeah.
to proceed.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Go. So take a picture of this. You know, this is the kind of questions that I just kind of like to ask people. You know, and you again, you might get some rebuttals. I'm not going to really go into that because we're kind of short on time. But you know, if you really read through this, you'll understand there's a lot of posture involved in here. So we kind of help you with that in the beginning stage. All right. Good. We good?
Let me go more.
Hold on.
You good? Sorry.
Now definitely get back to whoever invited you, or if you do have a 5-star or whatever, make sure that you run this by them before you start doing it, because I'm not trying to step on their toes. Make sure that, you know, it's okay. Next. And then this is kind of just the end of the previous slide, ending of the conversation. And the reason I have the repetition to keep repeating it, it kind of stores it in the person's mind that you're talking to. Hey, yes, we're going to speak, you know, next Sunday on this date at this specific time. So that you're basically instilling it into them like, look, this is what we agreed to, right? You sure? All right, cool. You know what I mean? So in practicality, though, hit it. Where my team members at? Anybody in team member who's been making calls? Anybody? You been making calls? What's the answer to this question? Is it?
no, it's not.
No!
It's not.
Please, hit that. Hell no! People give you a hard time, as I said. People are crazy out there. Right? But that's all right. Hit it. So we got to kind of start thinking differently. So hit it. So predict this. Predict that prospects predominantly will plan to perform. When I say perform, they perform on that phone. Boy, I tell you. People are difficult because they want what they want.
They should get an award for that.
They should,
Yeah, that's real talk.
right? But this is what I say, hit it. No problem. If they perform, posturing and positioning, baby, that'll put them right in their proper perspective. So that's why I say it's going to take some time to create postures. But just work with your 5-star or your 1-star, whatever it may be. They'll help you along the process. It's going to take some time. Hit it. So, take a screenshot. I'm not going to go through all
I'm
this.
like, yeah.
I get crazy with the 5 Ps. I do this. I do this in my pastime. This is nothing. So, you want to provide power, and when procuring information, it means like make sure as you're gathering information from people, make sure that you do it proficiently and professionally, right? When you get on the phone again, when you want to definitely keep your posture and be professional. That's one of the key things. And again, once you start stuttering and all of that stuff, you start making mistakes. It's gonna happen, but just realize, don't be like, damn, that lead or whatever the case. You're gonna lose leads, and it's okay. It's okay. Just realize. So don't think. Basically, what I'm saying is, don't be thinking like with a scarcity mindset. Think in abundance. So if you lost that one, fine, forget it. I lost him.
Right.
I'll go get another one. There's another one out there that I'm gonna, connect with better. Does that make sense?
So wait, what do you mean by
Go
postpone?
back, bro.
I was gonna say, what do you mean by postpone report?
So what I mean by that is, so what I've noticed a lot of times when people start, they get on the phone, they want to be on the phone with the person for like an hour. Because like, I built this rapport, I'm going to make them do something, but they haven't even seen the prices yet. So I built all this rapport, we was talking for hours. Yo, this person's great. And then what happens, they see the video, they come to an introduction, they see the prices, gone. You understand? So that's why I say in the beginning, don't worry about this. This is the focal point. Posture is more important to make them go to the next step. Right? So we're at the end. You want them to see the product and all of that stuff. See the full process first. Then later, throughout the process, is when you start building your rapport. Does that make? Because you don't want to waste your time.
Right.
And people love to waste your time. So you think about it. You sit there on an hour on the phone. They could have used that hour to be watching the video. Why are you using your hour? You understand?
So you're talking through the phone. Don't mention like yet the prices, right?
No.
Not yet. Yeah.
No.
I bet.
No. Absolutely not. You don't even say the word Renatus.
Right.
You saw my scripts. Never did you see the word Renatus. Never did you see a price. None of that.
Just send them to the video.
Send them through the process. And again, that's just a script. But get with whoever your 1-star, 5-star is to make sure that you do that properly. But you don't want to be talking about Renatus in the first call. You definitely don't want to mention prices. Somebody's like, yo, what's the price? I usually just ask them a question back. Oh, does this cost anything? I'm like, absolutely. We're talking real estate investing.
Right.
Who gets into real estate without a cost? Does that make sense?
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to have but see, I've been doing it for a while, so I have confidence when I say this stuff to people. You know what I mean? In the beginning, they'd be like, oh, is there a price? You'd be like, he asked me that question. You know what I'm saying? And what typically happens is, whatever question is that you're thinking about on your brain that you don't want them to ask you, that's the one that they ask you. That is the one that they ask you. They have, how fast can I do deals? Is there a fee? Is this a scam? You're going to get these type of questions. But over time, you're going to learn how to handle them. And that's why we have the trainings. Every day they have the training at 9 a.m. The impact calls. They have another one that Hugh does at 1:30. So you got to get on these calls. And that's what, honestly, when I was at work, every morning, like clockwork, I'd be on these calls getting that type of training.
Wait, that's once that's like when you're part of the group, right?
Yeah, of course.
So like, wait, I just do it one. Never mind. It's cool. It's cool.
Of course, you
When
gotta
I
be a
become part of it,
member.
I'm gonna know. So,
Yeah, you gotta be a member to get the training. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Cool, hit it.
So
So,
how do you deal with the scam part?
so give me.
Somebody says, hey, is this a scam?
So what is a scam?
I mean, something that's gonna take your money, you get no benefit.
A farce.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what you're thinking a scam is?
Yeah.
So what would make you feel that this is a scam?
I mean, I just want to know how to explain it to the customer.
No,
I don't think it's a scam.
I'm trying to.
I don't think it's a scam.
So
Right.
I'm trying to role play with you. Like
Okay,
if someone
I see.
asks me that, I'll be like, well, what do you mean? What is a scam to you?
Right. Well, I just told you.
And I'm saying, so what from what you've seen so far makes you feel that it's a scam?
Well, I haven't seen anything.
Okay, so then how about I get you some information so that we can clarify that for you? Because really, you probably just need a little bit more knowledge. Let me help you. You understand? So I always ask them a question. They ask me a question, so I answer their question with a question that puts more logic into the way of thinking. You understand? So that's what I'm saying, but it takes time to do that. You're not gonna do that overnight, but I've done it so long and many times I can smoothly list.
You was real smooth.
And I do a rapid fire, like
It was real smooth.
I do it real quick.
It was real smooth.
You understand? So, but again, this is all great information, right? Hit it. But how do you stay motivated to take action consistently?
The reason why you're doing this.
Your why. And that's what Joe is basically talking about. You gotta start with your why. Anybody heard of Simon Sinek?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my man back here. I know. Yo, that book, I'm telling you, that's what he talks about. It's called Start With Your Why. That book will kind of instill that into you so you understand. Because, like we're saying, the money's cool, but what's behind the money? Like, if you get the money, what are you going to do with it? Because people are like, oh, I got to make some money. Well, you can make $1. You made some money, but is that enough to keep you going? You might make 1,000, you might make 10,000, but what's going to keep you going? You got to have some type of why behind it. What's your passion? Right? Hit it. So, hate to put this up there, but that's me. I say, motivation, right? Because that stuff, it comes and goes. Motivation is really dependent upon your mood at that point in time. Right? But then there might be a day where you just don't feel like doing anything. So that motivation's gone. Now you're like, I don't have no motivation. But if you force yourself to work with habits, now that's different. So hit it. So this is how, you want to say motivated, take a picture of that. I'm not going to go through them all. But these are some different ways to say, and SMART goals. You want to be specific, something that's measurable, achievable, relatable, and timely.
We could run that last page back real quick.
Oh, right, run it backwards.
Yeah, I mean,
So you gotta force yourself
let me see.
to put in
Wait,
work.
let me get it.
Work.
Thanks.
Good. So I definitely think all of these is good things that'll help you stay motivated. It'll help. But for me personally, what I've seen, I don't think motivation really works.
And you said SMART means what again?
Specific, something that's measurable, something that's achievable, relatable, and have a time frame, like a timely manner. Get it done.
Not really sure about it, but I'm asked. So what do you do when you first started and you was like basing in the wall?
What did I do?
Yeah, what do you
So again, when you talk about release the Kraken, I'm a different type of beast. So I don't believe in that. My brain was never programmed that way. So for me, my plan B is to find another way to make the plan A work. You understand?
Yeah, that's smart.
So I'm different. Like I've always been that way. Like if I hit a wall, all right, I gotta figure out how the heck. All right, that didn't work. All right, I gotta find another way to go through it, or go around it, whatever the case may be. But
There is always one.
there's always another way. Or I might just have to come back and speak to somebody else. Maybe my brain isn't functioning right at that point. Maybe I need coaching, which is okay.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect.
Every day we learn something.
We all learn, right?
Right.
So, how to protect your precious positive progress. All right? That's important. So here's things that you may want to give up if you really want to go to the next level. Seriously. And we know number 4 is huge. Number 5 is insane. Number 7, whoa, that kills most people because that's what kind of happens. When you hit those walls, that's what starts to happen. All those negative thoughts and stuff come in your brain. You start talking to yourself and you tend to talk yourself right out of what you were about to do. So that's when you gotta start with the positive thinking. Start listening to, I don't know, training, videos, anything. I like the person listening to David Goggins. Anyone heard of David Goggins? David Goggins? Yo, David Goggins is a beast. Now, He is more on the R-rated with his you know, his language, right? You know what I'm saying? So I must let you know that. But see, I need that. Like, I need somebody who's cursing at me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because that kind of helps put me to another level. But it's not for everybody. You know, you might want Eric Thomas.
Yeah.
He's good. He's more the preacher
Warren
way,
Robbins.
but he's still. All these type of people, but that's what I'll do. Les Brown, I love to listen to him. They more, put you into spiritual, whatever, but at the end of the day, they keep putting that positive speech patterns into your brain, because once you start getting the negative, you got to start overfilling it with more positive. All right? Hit it. I think I got one more down here.
It's fire.
That's it?
Those MP3s, you could download them on a memory stick and
It's blocking it.
play them in your car like
So-
you're going where you going to.
Yeah, you can do that too. I go on YouTube and I'll just find some stuff.
Right.
So preempt people's and your personal pitfalls and problems. You definitely have to avoid. You're gonna get distraction. You're gonna have problems along the way, but you got to go around them. You got to try to avoid them to the best of your ability. All right. And that's my time. So it's been a plum picking pleasure. Peace. Enjoy, y'all.